Mechanical jack, hydraulic jack. Park the vehicle on level ground. In case of jacking up the front axle, choke the rear wheels and vice versa. Check the free movements of threads in a mechanical jack by hand and in the hydraulic jack and its operations. Place the jack under the vehicle. Rotate the screw gradually and the jack lever and lift the vehicle, and in the case of a hydraulic jack, move the jack's lever slowly so that the axle jacks up without any jerk. Place the support hoses below the chassis frame axle. Lower down the jack and remove it. Grease gun. Select the greases gun according to the vehicle. Check visually the washer, the grease nipple holder for any damage. Fill up the gun with the specified grease. Close the grease gun and operate the lever till the grease comes out continuously from the nipple with pressure. Use the gun for the required purpose. Oil spray gun. Check visually the oil spray gun nozzle, nozzle holder, operating lever, air hose for any damage. Fill the specified oil in the oil spray gun. Connect the oil spray gun to the air hose connection and operate the oil spray gun. Ensure that the oil is sprayed at pressure. Use the spray gun for the required purpose. Close the air hose connections and take out the oil spray gun. Mechanical press. Check for easy movement of the operating lever 1 and rack 2. Select the plate 3 according to the work. Place the component on the plate. Press the work slowly. Caution: never use a jack beneath the lateral rod or rear suspension assembly. Never support a vehicle with only a jack. Always use safety stands. Hydraulic press. Clean the press. Check the oil level. Check the hydraulic press for its free function and leakage. Lock the cylinder plunger releasing knob. Adjust the bed 4 to the required height so that after placing the job there will be 100 mm clearance between the plunger and the bed. Align the anvil according to the job. Place the job on the anvil. Select the distance piece in such a way that while pressing the shaft, it does not touch the body. Place the distance piece on the shaft bush. Ensure that it does not touch the body. Operate the low pressure lever and make the plunger to have a contact on the job. Operate the heavy pressure lever. Observe the load on the gauge and the job simultaneously. Ensure the job comes out gradually. If the load exceeds more than the specified limit, stop pressing. After finishing the job, loosen the plunger releasing knob. Remove the job and clean. Nomenclature of different parts of vehicles and their locations. Principal components. Motor vehicles are made up of many separate items. These are fitted together to make units or components which in turn are mounted into either a frame or body shell to form a chassis. The chassis comprises following items. Frame or body shell forms the skeleton of the vehicle. Engine acts as the power unit. Transmission conveys the drive to the vehicle. Suspension absorbs the road shocks. Steering controls the direction of movement of the vehicle. Brakes slows down or stops the vehicle. Electrical equipment provides lighting, engine starting and other driver needs. Motor vehicle basic principles. A. Frame of the body. Vehicles normally use a separate steel frame to provide the rigidity needed to support various loads. The two long side members of channel section are riveted to a number of cross members to give a low weight frame which offers great resistance to bending, twisting and lozenging. Very few cars use separate frames. Instead, the body shell acts as the skeleton around which the vehicle is built. This integral type of body is made up of very thin, soft steel sheet which is pressed into various shapes and welded together to form a very rigid but lightweight unit. Engine. The internal combustion engine is most common. This obtains its power by burning a liquid fuel inside the engine cylinder. There are two types of engines: spark ignition, diesel, also called as compression ignition engine. Damage will result if an engine is run on incorrect fuel. Both the engines are called heat engines. The burning fuel generates heat which causes the gas inside the cylinder to increase its pressure and supply power to rotate a shaft connected to the transmission. Transmission. The transmission system applies to the components neither to transfer the drive from the engine to the road wheels. The main components and their purposes are: clutch, to disengage the drive, to provide a smooth take-up of the drive; gearbox, to increase the turning effort, torque applied to the driving road wheels, to enable the engine to operate within a given range of speed irrespective of the vehicle speed; to give reverse motion of the vehicle; to provide a neutral position so that the engine can run without moving the vehicle; final drive, to turn the drive through 90 degrees, to reduce the speed of the drive by a set amount to match the engine to the vehicle; differentials, to allow the inner driving road wheel to rotate slower than the outer wheel when the vehicle is cornering, whilst at the same time it ensures that the drive is applied equally to both the wheels. Suspension. The suspension covers the arrangement used to connect the wheels to the body. The purpose is to prevent large shocks caused by the wheels striking bumps on the road being passed to the passengers and components, avoiding discomfort and damage. There are two types of suspensions. 1. Beam axle. In this type of suspension, the two wheels are mounted onto an axle which is connected to the chassis frame by strong springs. 2. Independent suspensions. Each wheel is connected individually to the chassis frame by means of a linkage which incorporates a very flexible spring. Steering. This is achieved by turning the front wheels. The clearance required for this movement controls the layout of a car in respect to the seating arrangement. A large force is needed at the road wheel to steer or turn the vehicle onto a new course, so a system of levers is provided between the steering wheel and the road wheel. Brakes. A brake is provided at each wheel to enable the driver to reduce the speed of the vehicle. To withstand the high temperature of the rubbing or friction, materials are made from an asbestos compound. The brakes may be of drum or disc type. Most systems are hydraulically operated. Electrical equipment. Electrical power to operate the numerous component is supplied by a generator driven by the engine, battery when the engine is stationary.